Well, now that we've got it together, generally, we'll get a base coat of this, I guess this is the desert yellow. What is this, dark yellow? Yeah, this is the dark yellow XF60. And I thought it's like a nice dark yellow. It's basically what we used on the Hummer for one of the colors too, so it should theme it out with the Bushmaster Hummer. I just want to bring up these straps a little bit. And we'll paint the tires back in with a rubber black. It'll be easy to undercut the straps than to paint them on top, I think. Make the tire black instead of the strap color on top. So we had to cheat a bit putting this quad runner together, that's for sure. The pictures that we have, so I got a free hand, I can pull up the picture again. I'll put it in the window so you can see it. Don't really show the underneath, so yeah, that made that a bit problematic. As far as trying to figure out the little teeny bits, there were lots of really small parts for it, like really small, that we did our best, but really when you look at it, you can't tell that they're, I mean, it is what it is. It's a little bit crooked and stuff, but when it sits, it kind of sits straight, so it's not accurate, but it does function. Let me just find this picture here. So by the pictures, yeah, you can see that there's no, doesn't really show underneath, so you couldn't really see the undercarriage. And yeah, there was a couple things that I didn't put on. That gun sticking up on the turret there, that thing, I wasn't even gonna go there. Forget it. There was no instructions. The parts were pretty, you know, I don't know. Maybe I could figure it out, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm not gonna prop it up there. It's just something that's gonna get busted off for sure, I think. I see a couple parts that might put it together, but yeah, I think overall though, I'm generally, I think I'm generally pretty well happy with it, you know. And here we are. Our whip antenna, of course, my signature whip. So now we can start to sort of bring out some details and stuff, and I just wanted to get maybe a base color, I guess, on these. These? Yeah, these. So we'll get a little bit of base on these. And then we can get into our figure. We'll get him placed on, get his arms glued on, and then we can start painting him. Oh, I forgot the walkie-talkie. Oh, I don't know what the color of the walkie-talkie would be. Okay, that gets a coat on that. Alright, now I'm going to introduce into this color some buff. And we're going to lighten this right down. Yeah, should be able to make that work, I think. Go in here with this one. Oh, quiet you. Get it a little bit lighter. And knock out the highlights and let it just pick up stuff. Wheels a little bit. this up a bit over here on the side. It just sort of highlight that color. Sort of bring it up. Now that if you could touch in, because that's engine, so we'll get in there with a little bit of black, I guess. Some dry brushing. Let's bring up some of this here. Okay. Bring up these wheels. Straps a bit. There we go. This one. Just sort of feather these in just to highlight them. So that when we do our tire black, they'll stand out. There we go. Okay. Now, guess we concentrate on our figure now. So let's get this sealed up. And we can start, I guess, to work on our figure. Get him positioned. Now we have his feet. I guess I could snip these off. They're nice and clean. So we got a lot of extra stowage we'll be able to use with stuff with this kit. That was kind of cool. There's a little bit of a nub there. Yeah, I guess I can. Here. The little shoelaces and everything. So that looks right, or that looks left. Okay, there we go. Yep, that looks right. And that looks left. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little glue down over here. I think I can go like that. And we're gonna plunk this one in there. And this one in here. Uh-oh. Oh, you wee bug. Okay, we're gonna have to drill it out. Got my drill bits. Let's get a hole drilled in there. Oh, now these are handy if you get any resin stuff. These little drills, these will definitely help. For sure. And they're good for all kinds of stuff, like the barrels of your guns and stuff. But yeah, they're definitely handy for pinning and getting a mount point. Now, let's see, is that going to be big enough? Hopefully. Nope. Let's get another one here. This one. Let's throw that in it. That's gonna be enough. That should be still active. Yeah, stuck my finger together. Oh, yeah. Oh. Good. There we go. Okay, so he's supposed to stand. His feet don't quite reach, but that's alright. It's more his arms we gotta sort of figure out. Where that's gonna sit. And get him positioned so we can get his arms on. The thing. So he kind of just sort of sits back. Now let's see. We got one arm here, which is obviously on. Looks like both arms. Okay, there's a key. So Does it fit in good? We gotta make it bigger. Oh yeah. Oh, this kind of fit in there. Okay. He's supposed to sort of be standing up. Oh, this might work. Okay, well I guess the best thing to do is just to put his arms in that position, I guess. So I don't think I can rotate them too much to get. A little further? No, down further is as far as we're going to want to go, so. Okay, well, let's do a little dab-a-loo. A little glue. Right. Another glue hand arm. A little dab of glue. Oh, that wasn't smart, was it? Double check. All right. Now, am I going to have to cut these off? Let's see what's going to be the best way to do this. Yeah, maybe, eh? Just cut those off and stick them to his hands. They do fit there. Okay. Alright, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll have to nip the handles off. That kind of sucks, but not really much else I can do with him. With his hands and fists, he doesn't really look like he's doing anything other than he's supposed to be holding them. So if he's leaning forward like that, okay, so then I guess we'll see his heed. His head's gonna have to be up pretty far. Is he looking up? Oh, looks like we can get it on up there. Okay, well that looks like that's gonna work. Okay. Alright, so now I'm wondering, should I... So it's weird, his feet don't quite touch, and I don't think we can push him down much further. Not that far. Oh, maybe. Oh, look. Oh, he is getting down there. Oh, we got his feet on there. There we go. Okay, it just took a little bit of... And he's going to lean forward. And his feet reach those handlebars. Like so. Do 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 do. Look at that. Okay. I think that's generally gonna work, man. Yeah, we got it to kind of work. So, okay, well, if that happens to you, you do order one of those resin kits. Don't be completely disheartened. I mean, I was pretty disheartened when I was like, good Lord. But we did make it work. Might not be perfect, but not much of ours is. So should I glue his head on or should I paint it after? It's maybe easier to glue it in there when I paint the neck. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. I think that is what we will do. I'll just take some sticky tack. I could steal it from here. Yoink! I'll just stick that on there. Gonna work. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Excuse me. There he is. Ta-da! Yeah, I guess I can glue that on after. That'll be the best way to do that. Leave that loose. So I can move these handlebars and I can figure out plastic art, or if I got to stick a little something in there to make up the difference to lift the handlebars, I can. Okay. All right. Okay, well, let's get this guy painted. Might as well coat him right now, eh? Might as well. We got this tan color and might as well just do that. Let's do that. Let it dry. We'll get a clear coat on and then we can paint in the face and we'll start doing some details on our quad runner. Gonna get a light coat on them, nothing too crazy. We can use a wash to bring out any of those details. We got. So we'll start with a basic tone that could work for the uniform and the skin tone, I think, as a base pretty well. We're just gonna go nice and light, not too crazy. Got nice thin paint. Get a nice light coat on there. We want to retain all the detail that's there. So try not to get, too close. Try not to send too much paint. Should be okay. Up in between his legs and on his shoes, boots. Alright. Get the coat on our guy. So on his head. To his hat. Head set on. Underneath. Got a beard. I guess like most of those guys do. If not all of them. Okay. Oh. There, a little again. Yep. All right. Oh, I guess I can lighten this up too, this knapsack. A little bit lighter of a color. Lighten that one up so we can paint those in green. Okay, looks pretty good. I think we can let that dry. Yeah, I do. Should I paint one of these guns? Maybe this sniper gun. Not all guns are black. Straighten out the muzzle with some hot water, which works really well for resin. In case you don't work with resin, if it's bent, just boil a little bit of water, put it in a cup or anything, and just dip that in there for a few seconds. Some not small, bend really quick, and then just very gently coax it straight and hold it there, and it'll take the new shape. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get this airbrush cleaned out and we should be good to move on. And we've moved on. There he is. So we've got some base colors and you know, a bit of the details going together. And I dragged out this foam base that I had started working on, and I sort of went to work at it with the wire cutter and started on a desert base here. So I dragged out also this 3D print that I did of like the Halo Warthog, I think it is. And I think I'm gonna rig him out with some of the extra stowage, and I've got some figures going here. So I think I will repaint this guy and just start working towards a you know, just carry on with the what if theme that the Hummer already was, because it always was like a prototype type what if you know, sort of thing that didn't work out. I guess the gun was too big for the vehicle, which is you know, that's reasonable to assume. But I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna get out the sculpt plastic, the mold to sculpt landscape stuff that we used before, and I think I'm gonna try different aggregates and stuff, and we'll get this worked in to some sand, a desert type base, and get some paint going on it. And I'm gonna repaint this Warthog into this tan sort of scheme, I've got decals that I can put to it. Figures here, I think we're gonna have them at rest. Looking around, this guy's got like a tablet. These two figures here, so they're modern guys. They got the heads and their arms, and back. One guy's got a backpack. So I think we'll have those guys, and I still have other figures here that I can bring in. Most of them are at rest, standing around and stuff, so I think that will kind of work. I've got these extra bags that we can put here onto stuff, and we've got here. Let me just bring us down a little bit here. So we can see what's going on. Yeah, so I've got these like empty bags. I think I could place these around on here to sort of add some dimension to this thing. And what else do we got? Oh, we got our weapons to sort out, our extra wheel. We got this guy's, our rider's ammo belt started. And we've got extra stowage. I don't think any of that's really going to work on. Maybe one of these bags back here. Maybe a bag on either side. That might work too. So we got lots of extra stowage with that quad runner. And then here's our quad runner guy. So far. So, oh, hold on. Let me, it's a little bit handier if I just bring this over here. Yoink. There we go. Okay, so We have started painting bits of the stowage. We need to clip off the handles yet, and so that we can glue the handlebars actually to his hands. We're going to give this guy a bit of a soak after we get a clear coat on him. A bit of a soak just to open his legs so he just really sits down onto this platform here a little bit nicer. He's a bit of a squeeze. And once we get his ammo belt on there, down a little bit further, but we'll start adding some bags. He does have some little bags here and his walkie-talkie and stuff that we could sort of fit him out with. He's got his Oakleys. Can you see that there? He's got his shiny Oakleys on. So we've started on the figure. We're not quite done yet. We'll do a little bit more work with them. And he's got no wash on him yet, as of yet. And neither does the bike itself. I want to get a clear coat on it first. We just kind of started getting some washes going on the stowage. We got the bag here and the ammo can. Started hitting them with some metallic and stuff to chip them up, wear them up, get them ready for some more wash. And then we just started picking out some details here with this load of rockets and his anti-tank rocket launcher dude. And then with our handlebars ready to go, we'll get a lens in here with the resin, so we'll get in there with the silver, and then we'll get in there with the resin, and we'll get in there with, I think the yellow will look good in there. And yeah, and here's our quad runner so far. It's looking pretty good. So we'll get a clear coat on it, we'll get a wash going, get these extra wheels. I think one of these wheels mounted on the front, I think. I want to hide that broken strap a bit, so I guess like this, something like that on the front. Alright, we'll get one of those mounted. And yeah, I think once we get our base completed, loosen up my mouse here, I think that's going to look pretty cool. We'll add some scrub and some brush. We'll get some you know, some drifty sand and stuff going on and whatnot with it, and I think it'll go along really well with the quad runner and some figures. And I also have, I was looking, I have this too. I think I might work this into it with the figures, and that's this bike. I got this motorbike here. Hey, we can do this again. Move this over here so I'm a little bit in the center. And I want to start getting all kinds of parts mixed up, but we have, you know, really nice handle grips there with the brakes and the clutch lever, and nice spoked wheels. Got our treads on our tire. Look really nice. So this looks like you know, it's just a simple kit to put together, but it definitely, I think, will go along with our off-road in the desert theme. Yeah, a little mono pipe, some engine detail, you know, skid guard. So yeah, I think this will work really good. So we're gonna put this with these figures and really just sort of work this what if proving grounds military test bed for test bed stuff. I did consider bringing this in to the what if scenario. This is one of those MK44 MA, like Machine and Kruger power suits in 1/35th scale with the pilot. And I thought about rigging him out here, and so it's like they're all meeting together, just checking out the new whatever it is that they're testing out, right? Looking at it going, wow, that's cool. And I thought about that, but then I have 3 of these, so I don't know, we'll see if it gets that far. We got lots of fun to have for next episode, putting this together and finishing off this base. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I think it's really cool playing with this kind of stuff. It's like with being a kid, I guess, but playing with your army men. And that's where I'm at today. So for the next episode, we will be finishing off this this diorama, our desert test bed diorama, and we are in a holding pattern for the the Viper 135th scale helicopter, as we ordered the ResKit 3D printed interior decals for the cockpit, which I think will add a whole lot of detail to the chopper, because with the choppers, not like a plane where you can get right over top and get a look inside the cockpit. With the chopper, it's open, like you've got the panels are open, it's all glass, so you can really see inside the cockpit. So I think it'll really add that amount of detail. And I've been really curious about the ResKit stuff. I'd like to really check out those 3D decals. I've never used them before or seen them. So that's yeah, I mean, that's a wrap for this one. We'll be back in the next couple days. We're going to keep working on pushing forward with this, and hopefully get it to a point where you know, it looks real like the desert, and we'll start plunking our guys together. So it should be a lot of fun next episode. We'll have a hoot. I got a couple new kits for us to take a look at too, so that should be exciting. So until the next time, live, love, laugh, build something, plan to do something great, and just keep right on having fun, everybody. And until next time, I'm the model student. We'll see you then. Cheers. Bye.